I was the one who decided to break ties with my family. What do I need them for? If I just had a crest.
Today we're talking about the 2026 Fallen Heroes Grand Hero Battle Unit, Miklan. Miklan will get some time to shine in Fae because he is the first ever free-to-play armored beast unit. Corrupted by the Thorns of Ruin, Miklan is a blue armored beast. He has 52 HP, 49 attack, 19 speed, 48 defense, and 43 res. Fans of the Patience Beast skill will need to go out of their way if you want to use it on Miklan, but otherwise he's pretty much a min-maxed, lower speed army unit. Miklan comes with HP, attack, and res super boons, all great choices. Like all beast units, Miklan has a unique weapon. We've been on an inheritable weapon streak for Grand Hero battle units lately, but the payoff has arrived. Gautier Stone is real solid. Start of either phase grants plus 6 attack and defense, fringe bonus, and the preempt pulse status to allies within 2 spaces. If Miklan is transformed, he gets true charge to warp 3 spaces in cardinal directions. For combat, Miklan has Slaying, gets plus 16 attack, defense, and res in combat, and deals 25 true damage per hit. He has 15 Excel type flat damage reduction, and prevents 1 follow-up attack. Unlike normal beast units, Miklan has a unique transformation condition. He only transforms on turn 3, but will stay transformed after that. Armored beasts get distant counter when transformed, and for Miklan, he also unlocks the use of the Thorns of Ruin Style. We'll get to that in a bit. Gautier Stone has a lot of good stuff. Plus 6 attack and defense buffs will get doubled in combat with fringe bonus. Miklan then provides preempt pulses -1 instant cooldown support, which everyone can use. Miklan himself already has Slaying, so that's a great addition. Miklan doesn't get bonus speed, but he has the usual perks of the modern weapons, 25 true damage, 15 Excel type flat DR. If foes don't respect him, Miklan will also block 1 follow-up. Doesn't hurt to keep fast foes honest. When it comes to transforming, you can bypass the turn 3 condition with skills like the Beast Sacred Seal or Fortune A skills. That will probably be a good idea because Miklan will get true charge to move 3 spaces. This can let him keep up with your team, plus he also gets distant counter immediately. To be fair, maybe you don't want Miklan to be super mobile, but that will synergize nicely with his Thorns of Ruin style. When transformed, Miklan will be able to attack from 3 spaces away. He can move before attacking, and he will get -1 instant cooldown before attacking as well. Basically, Miklan has preempt pulse on the style, which will stack with the status. Thorns of Ruin style has the usual range attack style conditions, but it does have a 2-turn cooldown. If you use it on turn 3, the next time you can use it again is turn 5. Since Miklan can move before attacking, he has 4 space attack range, which is great for an army unit. Except, he also has true charge. That means Miklan can actually attack from 6 spaces away. We finally get an army unit with some player phase potential, not named Edelgard. You will need to wait to turn 3 normally. Miklan is still fantastic, but he does have some restrictions as a free reward unit. The rest of Miklan's base kit is okay, but nothing crazy. He has Ignis for his special, and with his multiple cooldown perks, at least there's a chance Miklan can't activate it in 1 round. His A skill is Earth Boost, which I honestly wouldn't even spend SP on. Not great as a tier 3 skill, but you can use it to get to the tier 4 boost skills. Last, Miklan has Slick Fighter 3, it's a quick riposte skill with debuff neutralization. It's a really good skill, but you need the tier 4 for the follow-up attacks on either phase, and we had Slick Fighter 3 on the demote Male Grima from last year. Honestly, still fine. Miklan could have come with no skills with just how good his weapon is. For those that are going to merge Miklan, the neutral nature will grant +1 HP, defense, and res. His triple super boons for HP, attack, and resistance are all good choices. If you go with plus attack, Miklan will actually get the full +4 bonus attack. Now, for Patience fans, a speed boon will probably be needed. Miklan will need a few more speed to hit that magical 30 baseline. For free-to-play comparisons, Miklan is literally the only free armored beast. He is already very unique, but he is closest to Lance Armors as a physical damage unit. I believe with this update, we just got Wallace in the Heroic Rail shop. He has the same BST as Miklan, but obviously lacks the unique distant counter, true damage, 3-range style, etc. weapon. Despite no unique weapon, Miklan doesn't have a 300 SP Secret Seal, so I believe Wallace can make up the difference for arena scoring there. Besides arena scoring, Miklan has 9 less speed and shoves it all into res and HP instead. Generally, that would be preferred unless you want to run Patience. Besides Wallace, there are 3 other Heroic Rail Lance Army units. Miklan is so min-max compared to everyone and has excellent HP attack and defense like the others. If you wanted to run a near safe build or something, then distant counter isn't important, so it doesn't matter if Miklan isn't transformed immediately. He only misses 2 attack, but I think we can live with that. For the 3 to 4 star demotes, Oswin and Boris are the most recent additions. Like the heroic rail options, they both have the higher speed, less res stat lines though. Miklan will keep up in attack and defense while having the best res by far. Benny does pretty good defensively, but he will sacrifice a lot of attack. Whenever we get to look back at launch units, I would say FB honestly has done alright for herself if you have max investment. Her defense and res are a little low, but that's because FB has insane base HP. Her attack stat has kept up after all these years, and with patience down in the game, all these middling speed armors have a powerful tool if they can survive. If you are looking for a low speed blue armor project, there is no beating Miklan, and there is not even including his unique weapon. Now I don't have him listed here, but technically the demote Male Grima is also a min-maxed blue armor. Grima is the only free-to-play armored dragon. Seems like the blue group gets all the fun class types. For his general playstyle, Miklan provides attack and defense buffs, which would get doubled with fringe bonus, plus he has preempt pulse cooldown. For himself, Miklan has excellent attack and defenses while getting the Excel flat DR with a fall denial. Slaying and preempt pulse will provide a good amount of cooldown for a free unit. Now on turn 3, Miklan will get a power spike by transforming. He unlocks Distant Counter, True Charge, and Thorns of Ruin Style. Basically, he can attack from much longer distances on either phase now. For budget scale, Slick Fighter gives a follow-up on the enemy phase, so you can pair this with the Bolt Fighter Sacred Seal to get a follow-up on both phases. In addition, on enemy phase, you're going to neutralize debuffs, while on player phase, you get extra blade type cooldown. If Miklan follows up, he can trigger Ignis for solid damage. For A skills, I would not run Earth Boost. Since he has some ability skills like Ideal or Prime 3 would be good. Miklan gives himself 2 statuses, which means Prime 3 would give its full +7 attack and defense. If you want to tank it up on enemy phase, then Farm or Bond skills are fine too. For B skills, Special Spiral is actually kinda interesting. Miklan gets -2 cooldown with Slang and Preempt Pulse. Special Spiral knocks 2 cooldown off after the first activation, so Miklan would be able to trigger Ignis on the first hit every fight after. Wrath is another cooldown option, and Special Fighter as a seal will give Breath type cooldown plus guard. Special Fighter plus 1 enemy attack means Miklan could retaliate with Ignis. For C skills, Odd or even Res Wave would be decent to go with Fringe bonus. With his long range style, Miklan can also apply smoke debuffs, and he has decent HP for something like Panic Ploy. As for Sacred Seals, you can just use Beast to transform immediately. Miklan would get True Charge to move around, and Distant Counter plus his range attack style are ready to go as well. For my new free premium section, there are some decent picks from Miklan here. If you want Armored Blaze, Earthfire Boost, and Near Save, there are 3 units with these skills. Valentine's Ephraim was a free Ephemer Combat manual, while Halloween Na is a cheaper Divine Code 6 manual. You could also use Dianzi, but she is more expensive than Na. Earthfire Boost will give HP and guard. Armored Blaze is a 3 cooldown special, so Miklan can trigger it immediately with Thorns of Ruin Style. As for Near Save, Na and Dianzi have twin Near Save, which will trigger Armored Blaze's 40% DR effect twice. For B skills, Gilliam has Vengeful Fighter 4, which is okay, but it does not give a follow-up on player phase. Slick Fighter 4 does, which would benefit Miklan's range attack style. Unfortunately, there's no Slick Fighter 4 holder here, but there are 2 Wily Fighter 4 holders. With your normal 7 Divine Codes, you can get Skirmir or Female Grima. Grima has Armored Glacier, which scales with resistance, but Miklan's res is decent, so I would say it's fine. She also has Briar Near Save, but it will be tough to get all these skills. If you use Wallace, you can get Wily Fighter 3, which means you can get the Tier 4 and Briar Save from Grima. You can then pick up Armored Blaze from the other combat manuals. For another great pickup, Brave Egg Thinner has a lot to offer. If you get Attack and Defense Near Save 3 from like Gilliam or Ephraim, then you can get Egg's entire kit. Swamp Gate, Attack and Defense Fortune, Assault Fighter, and Attack and Defense Briar's Peace Save. Fortune makes it easier to transform, gives low attack and defense, and has 7 HP sustained healing. Assault Fighter has follow-ups on either phase with 50% piercing. It's a really nice quote-unquote free build right there. For a couple other normal 6 Divine Code standouts, Summoner Enthusiast's Beast Threaten would actually give -1 cooldown, so Miklan could now trigger 4 cooldown Ignis on initiation. Nearest Restvoker has Bestial Assault, which gives Kanto when transformed. That could be fun. As for Sheeta's Guard Echo, it's one of the only useful Echo skills for Miklan. Like, you can get DC Echo from Hector, but after Miklan transforms, then it's useless. For the number 7 group, Ike has Patience. Hilda has a Rally Plus with Favor, and Shred Assault can give True Charge to the allies instead of just Miklan himself. The Brave Egg Thinner skill set is pretty tempting mainly due to Fortune. Miklan can get his mobility and style early, plus Assault Fighter gives follow-ups on either phase. Since Fortune has low attack and defense built in, you could pair this with Slick Fighter, but Dark Beast Force also has debuff neutralization. It's always good to control buffs and debuffs, and Feud is really good if you can get it. As for specials, Miklan has 3 5 cooldown options. You got Comet, which actually charges on its own, so if you do wait to turn 3 naturally, then Miklan and his Preempt Pulse cooldown will finish charging Comet. The new Sturdy Lagoose has Breath type cooldown. If Miklan follows up or tanks a hit, he can charge it either way. These guaranteed 40% dare specials are great, but if Miklan gets doubled, then he has no protection. Armored Flare has 2 uses of its 40% dare effect, and this can trigger on the first 2 Brave hits or the first attack, and a follow-up. To be fair, with Potent becoming more common, you may not still be protected at all times anyway. At least with Armored Flare, Miklan will stack great talent, attack, and defense stats. Now if you don't have any of these, Miklan could still proc Sturdy Beast or the 3 cooldown armor specials with his style. Flame Wall is weaker than Ignis, but it has the 40% dare effect in exchange. For other skills, Miklan could run Emblem Edelgard's kit. Strat Flame has Breath type cooldown, and a long-range fire attack would be pretty cool. As for Patience, a guaranteed second attack is always amazing. It is possible to get to 30 speed right now, but you definitely need the speed boon, Dragon Flowers, a flat speed boosting Sacred Seal, and even Summoner support or the 8's Essence +1 stat boost. Funnily, the +2 merges right now for Miklan will not grant extra speed. If you do wait to +10 Miklan, you can just use the Squad Ace +4 speed Sacred Seals with a speed boon, and that's good enough. For other skills I haven't mentioned already, Deluvio Boost grants even more stats than Earthfire Boost 3. You can use the Counter Roar Sacred Seal for some extra % dare and Damped Reflection. Sadly, Echo skills for armors are still not great. Since Miklan has Distant Counter, Guard Echo's kinda the next best option. So, should you 5-star Fallen Miklan? First off, he's the first ever free-to-play Armored Beast unit. He's also decently min-maxed for lower speed, but almost all the other free-to-play blue armors hover around that 30 to 40 speed area. While Patience has made middling speed not so bad, if you don't care about that, then Miklan invest those points into res. As for his unique weapon, look at how many effects are on this thing. Besides modern combat perks, you have Slaying and not just 1 Preempt Pulse effect, but 2 if you count Thorns of Ruin Style. The True Charge Warping plus 3 range attack style gives Miklan some player phase threat, which is really cool instead of the usual generic Savior setups. With that said, nothing wrong with Savior. This guy gets Distant Counter for free, and while there is a 3-turn cooldown for transforming, you can bypass this with the Beast Sacred Seal or Fortune 8 skills. On top of all of this, Miklan even will buff your team a little bit. I am very impressed. Will Miklan be a bigger deal than Marnie? Maybe, maybe not. Miracle is just annoying to face, even if you can one-shot Marnie. Miklan doesn't have any survivability gimmicks, so he's definitely, I would say he's probably less annoying. Still, Miklan's large attack range is his main strength. He can reach over ice terrain or just regular map terrain, and the True Charge Warping lets him keep up with the team. If you can improve his damage with things like Erika's Brave Attacking Ring, or just ensuring his high cooldown specials do activate, then I think Miklan would be more of a threat. Of course, Miklan can initiate and save allies. I am assuming most arena builds will probably still involve Savior, really nothing stopping someone from running Miklan and Martin. Regardless, Fallen Miklan's an amazing free unit. Interesting coincidence, he gets into the game the year Sylvain wins CYL. We do know they work on units pretty far in advance, but maybe it's just all according to plan. That's all I have to say about Miklan. Go beat his Grand Hero battle map, and prepare to possibly see this dude a lot more in the future. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.